Hey everybody, it's Stan. My video today is going to be about thermography and how it may actually show, in this case, breast cancer and the relationship to mercury toxicity and amalgam specifically. This is my usual disclaimer that I put in all the videos. I'm not going to read it to you. You can pause the video and read it to yourself. Basically, I'm not a doctor. I was just mercury toxic, and I try to share information I learned over the last 6-7 years, and actually probably the last 40 years, so you don't do the wrong things or run down the wrong path and things like that. There's a lot of information out there, and we're all different, so what works for one doesn't always work exactly for another. You have to be extremely careful what you follow out there. This is a blog I've been working on. You can subscribe to get on like a mailing list. I don't send a lot of stuff out, so I'm really just working on these videos now. You can see my goal here is just to always have an open mind to all possibilities of what the true root cause is for what our health issues are. The stuff in yellow I cover with anybody that approaches me and says, hey, can you help me out? No matter what you've done, I always go back to basics, because if you skip over the basics, you can maybe not get well, or you can actually damage yourself. For instance, people that don't address MTHFR seem to have a very hard time if they do chelation, particularly oral chelation. IV chelation is not recommended. And I know people personally that concluded they did get damaged by trying to do oral chelation of any type without addressing MTHFR. So is that a cast in stone for sure? Not necessarily. It's just something very strong to think about. So look at these things here. These are all really key things to getting started. But I'd like to move on to the point of my video. One last thing before I forget is boosting glutathione was my main detox protocol. I didn't need to do all these protocols. I addressed at MTHFR, I removed my amalgams, and I dumped mercury and metals and other things like crazy. All my symptoms reversed, and I got well. So a lot of people that I tell to do that seem to have similar results. So I'm not just saying it like it's unique to me. So anyway, what my video is about today is visual proof of amalgam leaching to a breast, and in this case causing cancer. When I say proof, these pictures actually came from a lady in a group I was in, and I asked some questions, and she was very, very eager to share her actual tests with me. You can see that the name is blocked out and all that kind of stuff, and her point to me was, please do share this with other people when you're helping them out, because people need to know this stuff. Thermography is not a test that our regular doctors send us to, or maybe even know much about. You don't necessarily have to get a thermography test, but it's just another diagnostic that's very interesting. You might want to consider it. I never did. I almost did at one point, but I seem to get better. So it's kind of the way this works. When you start feeling healthier and you're not thinking about this every minute of the day, you kind of continue on with life. So anyway, scroll down and see the pictures. This is a friend's real test. It clearly shows the amalgams, the red shaded area leaching down to her breast area. The band around the head, headaches and neck pain is a very common symptom of mercury, and especially the pressure band feeling around the head is kind of like a mercury symptom. This is why removing amalgams to me is a no-brainer. Why would you keep that stuff in you any longer than you need to? The other interesting thing is our teeth are connected to organs, so potentially having a certain poison tooth might make that organ sick. It's very different health information on number 5. I'm not going to delve into that deeply. It's kind of like a very unique thing out there, and people might say, yeah, it's not real and all that, but there are people and practitioners out there in YouTube land that explain it very well and believe it and heal people that way. So anyway, let's see. So I'm going to scroll down. Again, these are actual tests. You can see I blocked out names and dates and all that kind of stuff. But the red area, this redness around the head is mercury. It's a pressure type thing. The redness here is leaching from like the tooth area, the jaw area. Here's a closer view of it. Okay, and that's just how it shows up on this thermography test. Again, I got more stuff blocked out here. Blocked out all this kind of stuff. You can read thermographic bioregulation results. I'll just read, let's see, chest, the disorder decreased, the sternum moderately appears blocked. See chest and breast sections. There's a moderate indication for further investigation analysis of heart, muscle integrity and function. So you can see there's a whole lot of diagnostics that come out of this particular test. Priority for treatment, breast block spot, breast side difference, food intolerance sensitivity, other things like that, myocardium danger, okay? And then down here, this is where the teeth get connected to different organs. Different teeth are connected to different organs and symptoms and that kind of thing. So all I really wanted to show here, because for me it was kind of eye-opening, is to see these pictures. I mean, it's just like, what else do you need to see? We wonder. A lot of times, I had a thought. There's people that get breast cancer, like even guys, and how did I get breast cancer? Well, do you have amalgams? Again, that's my first question I ask anybody that's having crazy symptoms, and I can't tell you how many times people say, yes, I have amalgams, or I have a mouthful. I was just talking to a friend the other day whose dad took his own life, had tons of symptoms, health issues. I said, did he have amalgams? He said, yeah. And then he was telling me about his mom who had breast cancer, which is kind of what brought me to think about doing a video about this. And does your mom have amalgams? Yes, she does. And she's, so far a survivor of breast cancer. I said, well, if I were you, I would think real serious about removing the amalgams, okay? Mercury is well known to create a breeding ground for bacteria and other things like that. It causes candida. There's a lot of people that have connected candida and certain overgrowth type things in our systems to the mercury. And there's some people that say tumors are actually like your body trying to sequester bad stuff and collect it all and put it into a neat little kind of package to protect the body from it transmitting, to organs and damaging more. So I'm not going to get into much more detail. I just wanted to make this aware to you that there is something called thermography and the connection. In this case, it was a definite, direct connection of this woman's test who did have amalgams, who did have breast cancer. She was strongly convinced that the root of her breast cancer was from the amalgams. And again, by the pictures, it kind of pretty much shows a clear situation going on here, okay? Hopefully this is helpful. There's a new format for these videos, and when I try to pause the video, it cuts me off real quick at the end. I haven't quite figured it out because it's not real obvious what I'm clicking on here. So I will end right now, and if I get cut off quickly, it's because I haven't quite figured it out yet still. Anyways, hope this is helpful. Please like and comment. The more you like and comment, the more the videos get around other people. Share them with other people. Spread the word. And again, all this is awareness. Awareness that amalgams and heavy metals and toxicity no doubt can lead to health issues. Okay? Take care. Thank you.